All right, so good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome in across the continent. We've got over 600 kids from, I think, 7 US states, like 5 provinces across Canada. It's a huge audience. You're also such great dancers. Way to go, everybody. My name is Jesse. I'm here with Exploring by the Seat of Your Pants, and we are all about bringing conservation, adventure, and science into classrooms around the world. Now, we get the chance to do about 50 broadcasts every single month. Everything's on our YouTube channel, so if you want to share this one with your family and friends later, we'd love to have you spread the love, highlight all the amazing things you learned today. Lots of opportunity to keep the learning going. Now, before I dive in with our amazing speakers in just a second, who you're all here for, I want to note we do have a Kahoot today. So if you want to play along with a 4-question quiz between our talk and our Q&A, we'd love to have you join. You'll win our everlasting respect. We'd love to have you dive in with some sloth knowledge in a minute. Oh, I gave it away. We are going live to Costa Rica to our friends at the Toucan Rescue Ranch. Now, we go with them twice a month, every single month now. So a big opportunity to learn from them and dive in with the amazing work that they do. Today, we're going to head live with Isaac, who's going to take us a little bit of a journey about all their sloths. They rescue, rehabilitate, re-release injured sloths, and they have sloths as educational ambassadors to teach kids like you all about these really, really special and unique creatures. So, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Isaac. Thank you so much for joining us live in Costa Rica today, man, and take us on a journey.
It's a pleasure always. And yeah, thank you for that introduction, Jesse. Yeah, my name is Isaac. I'm one of the tour guides here working at the Toucan Rescue Ranch. So as Jesse explained, here at the Toucan Rescue Ranch, we rescue, rehabilitate, and rewild animals. We always try to send them back to their natural habitats because that's where they belong, of course. Unfortunately, that's not always possible. Sometimes sloths need to be cared for the rest of their life. So that's why we are also a wildlife sanctuary. Today, I'm going to show you the two kinds of sloths that we have, let's say, like the permanent residents and also the ones that are in the process to become a wild animal in the future. Now, I'm going to switch my camera really quick, just 1 sec, to show you the real stars of this place. All right, let me see. Yeah, I think you can see it now.
Perfect.
All right, so yeah, over here we have little Pringle. Pringle, thankfully, it's being very active. Not so much the other slots that we have, but yeah, with her it's enough. Um, so Pringle, it's one of the permanent residents that we have. So yeah, unfortunately, even though she's so young, she can't be sent back to their natural habitat, to her natural habitat. But yeah, guys, we will do our best to provide her with the best quality of life here. And thankfully, also, she will also help us with the educational part with these talks. And yeah, sloths are pretty famous, are pretty popular nowadays for being like cute, slow, harmless animals, or at least that's what people say about them. But actually, sloths will surprise you. They are way more than that. These animals, sure, they will move slow sometimes, but they will move slow because there's no rush, guys. They just take their time to do their things. If there's no motivation, they're going to take their time, as I was saying. Yeah. However, sloths are not incapable of moving fast. No, the opposite. These animals can be actually really, really fast, especially when they feel threatened. As I was saying, people believe that they are harmless. This couldn't be more false. These animals can be very aggressive, actually. We need to be extremely careful when we are working with them. Wild animals are wild animals. Even though they're cute, even though they have like this smiling face, that's what we perceive. But that doesn't mean that they're happy. That doesn't mean that they want to be your friends, right? We should treat animals with respect, and that's it. But also, these animals will move slow sometimes due to another different reason. Yeah, it's a choice, but also they don't eat a lot of things that provides them with energy. So humans, we love chocolate, right? It's delicious, but chocolate, it's very rich in energy. If we eat chocolate, we get like super active and we move a lot, we run, we jump, because it gives us energy. Sloths eat mostly leaves. Leaves are like the opposite of chocolate. Leaves don't provide the animals with a lot of energy. So that's why they move slow, because they are focused on saving energy. They will save energy for those moments when they really need to be fast. For example, when they feel threatened by a predator. But yeah, as I was saying, sloths are wonderful creatures. Something pretty famous about them is that, well, they live up high on trees. They spend most of their life on branches. However, they will go all the way down to the ground to defecate, to use the bathroom, um, which is pretty weird. If you think about it, they will have to spend energy going down, and also they might get attacked by a predator while they're on the ground. On trees, there are not too many predators, thankfully. That's a huge advantage that these animals have. But on the ground, there are more predators, of course. So actually, this is one of the biggest mysteries surrounding sloths. We don't know why they go to the ground. There are several ideas. Some people say that it's because of this or because of the other thing, but actually, no one is completely sure. Now, let's talk a little bit about their anatomy. You can see that Pringle has two fingers, let's say, but it's difficult to show you. She's not helping a lot. There it is. You can count three toes on her feet. So we have two toe slots and three toe slots. You can see that she has three toes, but she is actually a two toe sloth. So guys, very important, the difference is always on the hands. Every sloth has three toes on their feet, on their back legs. Okay? But that's not the only difference between two toe sloths and three toe sloths. There are way more differences. For example, three toe sloths have a black mask, like a raccoon, let's say. These ones, two toe sloths, they lack of it. They don't have it. Two toe sloths have a lovely piggy nose that you can see right now. Now, they have that nose for a reason. They have an amazing sense of smell. That's actually their best sense by far. Um, they have some big eyes as well, but their eyesight, it's not very good. These animals actually can see just in black and white. They can't see colors like we can. And yeah, that makes sense because they are nocturnal. This means that they are more active during the night and sleep during the day. So yeah, they don't really need a good eyesight when they're active in the night, but they have an amazing sense of smell to um, like to look for food and for to avoid predators, look for a mate, different things, right? Now you can see that Pringle is on her bucket right now. That's her bed. Um, one of the many myths surrounding sloths is that they people say that they sleep while hanging. This is not true, guys. Sloths do not sleep hanging. That'll be something very tired and yeah, useless. It's way better for them to just lay down on branches, like on division of branches, or where places where branches kind of like gather together, form some sort of natural hammock. That's where they're going to sleep on. So yeah, they sleep laying down and they don't sleep a lot. Once again, another misconception about them. Sloths actually sleep between 8 to 10 hours per day. Not that much if you think about it, like many people on the weekends. We're not allowed to judge sloths, they're not lazy. Um, no, these animals are wonderful creatures. They're so unique. If you think about it, they're pretty weird and different from any other animals. And well, that's because they are like their own thing. They're not monkeys, they're not marsupials, they're not nothing like that. Sloths are sloths, an unique animal that it's very successful in the wild. So yeah, we have Pringle over here, who's around 2 years old, 2 years and a half, let's say. She's still quite young. not an adult, but maybe I'm going to be able to show you some of the really tiny babies that we have. If you give me a sec, I'll go to look for them. And yeah, the thing is that we have like a school where we train sloths.
Cool. I will note too, while you're walking there, again, if people want to find out much more, we do tons of broadcasts with the Toucan team. ToucanRescueRanch.org has so much on the go for them, and everything we've ever done is on our YouTube channel. We've actually got a toucan presentation coming up in under a week, or exactly a week. So the November 6th, coming up very soon if you want to check that out as a nice follow-up to this. But it looks like we're in the right spot. Cacophony.
All right, yeah. Trying to take a look for the little babies. Let me see. Yeah. So I know that they're buried in the blankets. We have one baby. Then here's another one. Most of them are sleeping, so you'll see like a ball of fur. But I'll try to look for a more active sloth. So yeah, guys, as I was saying, we have a school where we teach sloths how to become a real sloth. um, when they're little babies, we need to teach them everything. We need to teach them how to eat, how to climb, and even how to go to the bathroom. Also, as you can see, well, that's not a real sloth, obviously, but we like to give them stuffed animals for them to hug, because when they're little babies like this one here, they will stay always attached to the mom, always hugging the mom. And yeah, they will leave the mom when they turn to around 1 year to 1.5 years old. Well, actually, the mom is the one who abandons the babies. That's how they learn how to survive. Now, let me show you something really quick. Now, it's over there. That's a camera. Guys, if you go to explore.org, you can see the baby sloths that we have here. Because, yeah, we have that live cam working. So, yeah, those are like the smallest babies that we have sleeping. So I was saying sloths are nocturnal, so it makes sense that they're sleeping at this hour of the day. But we also have some sloths that are like on rehab. I'll try to look for them. Yeah, they're not here. The thing is that we have like different places where we put the babies. So on the porch where I was, that's like elementary school. That's where we have the really tiny babies. Now here, I don't know if you can see it. We have also baby sloth right there. That's how normally you'll find them in the wild, up high on a tree. So we have this garden outside with some trees for the babies to learn how to climb. Also, there's a hammock over there where I can see some claws. There's another baby sleeping there. And yeah, as I was saying, they're not that sleepy. They can be more active animals, but when they are in captivity, when there's someone feeding them, okay, they will be a bit more lazy, but I don't blame them. There's not too much to do. So guys, I think it's better if I go back. I'll try to show you some of the other permanent residents that we have. And yeah, here we work with different kinds of animals, mammals and birds mostly, and we specialize working with sloths. Now, let me see. I might be able to show you Landon, who's a very special baby that we have over here. Yeah, I'm putting a hibiscus flower on his fence. Hibiscus flower, it's the special treat for these animals. That's what we use to wake them up when we want to show them. We can give them like a special treat, but at the end is their choice. We can't take an animal and put it in front of everybody without escape. No, we need to respect the animals. We're going to show the animals that wants to be seen exclusively. All right. Well, thankfully, Pringle is giving us the show today. So yeah,
I was just going to say, Pringle's always been delightful. Pringle is a star every time we have the chance to hang out with Sloths together. And Isaac, if there's a little more you want to share with us, by all means, please do. And then we can dive in with all the sorts of questions. I know we've got a ton of kids today, so it'll be lots of opportunity to dive in with lots of little queries that they might have as well.
all right. Okay, for sure. Yeah. Now, something that I was saying before is that these animals can be dangerous, and I'm not joking here, guys. Do not underestimate a sloth. That's a huge mistake. They're not going to attack someone just because they want to. They're going to defend themselves. It's always self-defense. So that's why I insist that we should respect them. As I was saying before, these animals have some huge claws that, of course, are not only to defend themselves. Those claws are like machetes for them. They will um, cause some serious damage. Sorry, those claws, yeah, will help them to defend themselves, but also to hang, of course. Um, I wanted to show you something really quick. I was looking for this picture. Sorry, that's a sloth mouth. You can see that it looks kind of like a bear. Um, they have some huge teeth as well. Not Pringle because she's small. Um, but yeah, they will bite. And sloth bite is not pretty. Yeah, it's really nasty. Their teeth are razor sharp. So yeah, I insist. We should respect these animals. And well, I've been telling you a lot of things about this animal, the two-toed sloth, and I haven't told you a lot about the three-toed sloths because they are completely different animals. I mentioned some differences before, but there are lots of them. Definitely, I'd be here all day telling you all the differences that I know, and I don't even know them all. But I would like to let you know also what I consider one of the main differences between two-toed sloth and the three-toed sloth, and that's their diet. I told you before, these animals eat mostly leaves. Yeah, both of them. However, two-toed sloths occasionally will eat some fruits and also some animal protein like a bug or some bird's eggs. Three-toed sloths eat just leaves and nothing else. So these animals, three-toed sloths, they eat just leaves that, as I was saying before, doesn't provide them too many calories, too much energy. Two-toed sloths eat some fruits and animal protein that will provide them with more energy. That's why two-toed sloths are faster than three-toed sloths. But still, guys, always respect sloths. Three-toads aren't as aggressive and as fast as these ones, but still, they will cause some damage, of course. Now, let me show you really quick. Well, this is Landon's food tray. He ate his food before, but you can see some leftovers of green beans and carrots. As I was saying, they can eat other things, so green beans and carrots are not a natural food for them in the wild. However, it's more nutritional than just leaves, and that's why we provide them with veggies as well. So guys, sloths like to eat their veggies.
That's your lesson for the day, kids. If you want to be like a sloth, veggies are important. Isaac, are you good for me to dive in with our Kahoot and then start taking questions from all our classes?
For sure, go ahead.
Amazing. Well, we'll hang out with Pringle here, who's the star of our show. I will note for anyone who's new to Kahoot, it's the faster you answer, the more points you get. If you don't want to play along directly, that's totally fine. You can answer the questions in your class, and then we are going to head to Miss Jones's class first. We go to Q&A, so we're going to head to Texas to begin. But we've got classes all over North America and a whole bunch more on YouTube, so it should be a really, really fun Q&A. I've got our Kahoot up. I'm going to give you guys a few more seconds to sign in with this. The game pin is on the screen. There's going to be 4 questions together, and I think we've covered all of these in our broadcast today. So we're going to see if you guys are paying attention, have a little bit of fun, test some understanding, and hang out with our sloth as we're doing it. All right. I'm going to take off the game pen on the screen that I've got. We are going to dive in and go live. Sorry, it's a bit slow on my computer right now. I'm going to try and shut down some other stuff to make it faster for everyone, but we're going to get ready and go together. Here we go, everyone. I love the sounds of our birds as we have the Kahoot. It's so cool every time, Isaac. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's dive in. Okay, some sloths actually have moss growing on their fur. True or false? Hanging around, hanging on the trees. Maybe this picture helps give it away a little bit. Do sloths ever have green moss growing on them? I don't think any of you have any green moss growing on you, hopefully. None of you kids are that slow in the scheme of things, but 62 of you have your answer. The answer is true. I know it's hard to believe, but yes, some sloths actually have moss growing on their fur. It's one of the coolest things about them, I find. All right, I think if you want to help out with a few seconds left in any question two, by all means, but Cute Lemming has our lead after one question going into question 2. So we talked about sloths coming down. We don't really know why they come down, but how often do they come down to go to the bathroom? Is it 5 times a day, 1 time a day, 1 time a week, or they never leave? They just stay in the treetops forever, their entire lives. We talked about them coming down. Well, it's pretty infrequent, though. It's not all the time like we do. It's, a nice even split, but it is 1 time a week. We've actually had a couple sloths in the history of our broadcast in the Toucan Rescue Ranch come down to go to the bathroom. Pretty special and rare when that happens. So great job, everyone. Fabulous Koala takes our lead. All right, we go into question 3. 2 more left. Sloths need to use their powerful arm muscles to hang upside down when they're walking along the branches. When they hang on the branches, they're using all their strength. Or are they? Are they using something else maybe? What do we think, kids? Lots of thoughts. 66 answers in so far. 4 more seconds. Wow, there's almost 80 of you in the Kahoot. That's amazing. So the answer is, false. This is a really tricky one. They don't need to use their muscles. Their claws are long enough that they hang on for them. Just like when you stand up. When you stand, just stand perfectly still. You're not using a lot of muscle to stand up. You're sort of just standing there. Your knees lock and it holds you up. Same with the sloths. When they're hanging with their claws, it just takes their claws. They don't actually need to use any big muscle force to do that. So that was a tricky one. That really changes our leaderboard a lot. That's okay if you got it wrong. It's great to throw in a question. We love you taking part. All right, this is a question about the rescue ranch in general. Which of these animals are also at the rescue ranch? Toucans, macaws, otters, owls. It could be more than one. It could be all 4 of them. You can type all 4 if you want. Maybe that might be a hint. But lots of animals at the Toucan Rescue Ranch. They take care of a lot of Costa Rica's most special wildlife. This one tripped people up a little bit. We scared the sloth lovers, but it is all 4 of them. Absolutely all 4. Of course, toucans. Most of you got that right. That's amazing. It is the Toucan Rescue Ranch. They have those too. And we're going to meet some of them on November 6th. So we hope to have you there for that. Let's check our leaderboard, and then we're going to Miss Jones's 3rd graders to kick off. Miss Air and General Kruar, we're coming to you right after. Everybody's going to get a turn, I promise. All right, our winner for all the marbles. Let us know if you are a Super Tiger. We'd love to hear from you. Way to go, everybody. All right, Isaac, let's dive in with questions, man. I'm sorry it took a while. We need to get back to you and Pringle. But Miss Jones, 3rd graders, come on in and take us away, folks. Hey, unmute your mic. Let's see. Do we have any questions? Hi, guys. Come chat with us. Unmute. I love your energy, but we want a question. Are we good to go? I'll come back in a minute. Miss Jones, if you guys have a question, let me know and we'll come right back. We're going to head to Toronto. Miss Erin, General Kruar, come on in, guys. You're good to go.
Thank you so much, Isaac and Jesse. This is my team. Say hi, guys. And we actually have a lot of questions, Jesse and Isaac, as we brainstorm.
Awesome.
One of many are the current 2- and 3-toe sloths ancestors of giant ground sloths?
That is correct. Actually, yes, millions of years ago existed the giant ground sloths. The biggest sloth had the size of a mammoth. And yeah, the last common ancestor lived 30 million years ago. 30 million years ago. To give you an idea on how different two and three toed sloths are, let me tell you that the last related in common, the last ancestor that existed between tigers, lions, and domestic normal cats lived 12 million years ago. So yeah, actually domestic cats are more related to tigers than sloths between them. It's pretty
Very
crazy.
cool. I'm so glad we got that question. So rare to get a giant sloth. Everybody should look up Megatherium when you're done this program. It's a crazy animal. It's ridiculous. As Isaac said, it's about the size of a mammoth. So giant big sloths back in the day, which is very, very cool. Thanks, guys. Miss Jones, if you do want to unmute your mic, I will come to you back again soon, but we're going to head to Fremont Elementary. Miss Price, Miss Bogosi's class, welcome back. If you want to unmute, come on in and take us away. Hey, guys.
Are there any different types of sloths? Like any different breeds?
Besides like the 2 or 3 toed, are there different breeds
Okay.
within that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great question. As I was saying, there are two kinds, two-toed and three-toed, but there are 7 different species. So there are 5 different species of three-toed sloth and 2 different species of two-toed sloth. And yeah, they all are very, very different. There's actually one that it's called the pygmy three-toed sloth because it's the smallest one of all.
They're pretty cute. I've seen the pygmy sloth before. They're delightful. I think everyone should look them up as well. We're going to head to Austin. Third graders, come on in, guys, and take us away. Hi, guys. Miss Jones, yes, unmute again.
Yes, children, go ahead.
Why can't Pringle go back in the wild?
Ooh, that's a great question. Thank you so much. So yeah, as I was saying, that's always our focus to send them back to the wild. But Pringle has a problem in her esophagus, like in her throat. Her esophagus works like slower than a normal sloth. So we believe that this is a genetic problem. She has it since she was born. And yeah, she loves food as well, which is normally great for a sloth. But in the case of Pringle, it has happened that she ate so much and she wasn't able to swallow properly, and small pieces of food got stuck like in her trachea, in her throat as well, and she started having breathing problems. So that's why we need to keep her here, because we can give her like a proper amount of food and we can keep an eye on her.
Nice. And also, she's got the cutest face in the world, so we need to hang on to her to inspire all you guys about how wonderful sloths can be, too. We're going to head to Miss T's class, heading to BC. I'm heading to Miss Barajas, Miss B, Miss Mustard. I'm coming to you all. We have so many classes today. It's amazing. But Miss Teason's class, come on in, grade 3s. Hi.
Hi, my name is Caleb, and I wonder how sloths make their hammocks in the wild.
Ooh.
All right, Caleb, great question. So yeah, they don't really like make their own hammocks. They take advantage of the resources that they have. Yeah, if there's like a tree with a lot of branches and like divisions of those branches, they will use those places. But yeah, they don't really make like some sort of nest or hammock or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay? But yeah.
There are animals that do, by the way. I was just going to note some apes actually do make sort of a nest in the trees when they rest there every night. But sloths just utilize what's there. Yeah, Isaac?
Correct. Yeah.
Very cool. Great question, man. Ms. Barajas, I'm coming to you next. I want to take a quick question from you to Miss Tamasha's class joining us in Alaska. They want to know, how long do sloths live?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Honestly, I have no idea. So sloths are pretty famous nowadays, but years ago, people used to think that they are boring. So that's why until recent years, there has been more research about sloths. I mean, if you look the answer in the internet or in the books, you'll see that they live between 25 to 30 years. That is what most people say, 25 to 30 years. But guys, honestly, I don't think so. Because as I was saying, I don't think that someone has followed an entire sloth life. And also, the oldest living sloth lives in a zoo in Germany, and it's 52 years old.
Wow.
So yeah, this will require further research. Great question.
It is a great question. I love it when we get it every time because I know the answer in advance. Mr. Ross class, we're going to go to Oxnard, California. Come on in, guys, and take us away. Hello.
How do I unmute? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So we want to know, we've been learning about adaptations. Is there a certain behavior for sloths that help them survive?
Ooh, good question.
Ooh, indeed, great question. Yeah, there are tons of different behaviors and adaptations that these animals have. As I was saying before, they are so unique and also successful. Sloths are not endangered; they're not even threatened. There are plenty of sloths in the wild, thankfully. And yeah, let's see some adaptations. First of all, these animals found themselves living in the tropical rainforests where there are lots of leaves everywhere. So they adapted to eat leaves, and they developed like a digestive system that helps them to digest leaves. Um, Actually, these animals' leaves are very difficult to digest, and that's why they defecate usually once per week. Um, Also, they live up high on trees where there are not too many predators. So yeah, they needed to save energy, and they thought, okay, I can't run away from a predator, so I'll just live away from them, up high on trees where there are a lot of food that I can eat. Um, and yeah, there are lots of different adaptations. Also, this is very weird. Sloths are mammals. They can thermoregulate, so they can warm up by themselves, but they're not really good at it. Most mammals we can do this, humans we can do this, but sloths are not really good at it. They're bad actually, so that's why you will see them very often taking sun baths because they need to heat up with the energy from the sun, and also that's why they have such a furry coat because helps them to stay warm. um, and yeah, this is because when you eat just leaves, it's difficult to warm up by yourself.
The chocolate is so much easier for us to warm up with because it's that delicious.
Thankfully, we
We're all
have
getting ready for
chocolate.
that around Halloween, everybody. I'm going to head to Benicia, Matthew Turner Elementary. Come on in, Mr. B's class, and then Miss Mustard. We're going to head to you right after that. Come on in, guys. Hey, welcome in. Oh yes, your mic isn't working. Well, welcome in. We're going to say a huge hi to Mr. B's class, and I want you to share your question in the chat, and I'll come to you in 2 seconds, okay? And I'll be able to share it on camera. Perfect. I know the mic's being troublesome, but share it, and I'll come and have you on in a second. Miss Mustard's class, we're going to head to you while we're waiting for that one, okay? I'll be right back. Grade 4-5. Hi, guys.
Hi, this is Ajwa. She has a question.
Okay. How much babies can a sloth have at one time?
All right. Okay. Normally, they will have one baby each time. Can happen that they have twins, so they have two. But to be honest, guys, when that happens, the mom will choose one of them and will abandon the other one. I know that it sounds sad, but well, some animals are like that, that's nature. But that's why we're here. We take care of those babies that moms will abandon sometimes, and we rescue them and send them back to their natural habitats.
Yeah.
But yeah, normally just one.
Just one. Great question, guys. All right, Mr. B's class, I'm going to have you on camera as I say your question. They want to know, are sloths loud, and what noises do they make? Great question, guys.
Oh, yeah, that's indeed a really great question. So, baby two-toed sloths sound like a baby goat, let's say. Actually, the sound is pretty similar, yeah. And then when adults get angry, which we see very often because we need to help them, right? They don't know that we try to help them. They will grunt, they growl, they start heavily breathing. They do like the hissing, like a cat. They can do it as well. Yeah, we always say that they sound kind of like Darth Vader, like a heavy breath. Yeah, and yeah, very vocal animals. Although they will vocalize, they will make sounds when it's necessary.
Yeah. So goat, cat, Darth Vader, an unexpected trio of noises that are coming
Yeah.
out of our sloth. Cool. I'm going to take one from YouTube. Time flies and you're having fun. I know we've got a lot of classes today. You guys are such sloth experts. This is so amazing. We're going to take as many questions as we can in our next 10 minutes together. But Miss Williams' class online wanted to know what happens when sloth gets sick and what do they do to feel better, Isaac?
Oh, that's a great question. So, actually, sloths, I would say that they have a really good defense system in their bodies. They don't get sick very often. And, well, as I was saying before, these animals have a low body temperature. Okay, inside are not as hot as we are. So it happens that certain bacteria, certain viruses won't survive inside a sloth's body because it's too cold for them. A sloth, for example, can't carry rabies because the rabies virus won't survive in their body. However, yeah, it's true. Sometimes they might feel sick, they might get sick. Um, and actually, this is very difficult when we are working with sloths. That's something that it's difficult to tell because they seem to be fine. They have that cute little face, smiling most of the time. So you think that they're fine, but we need to pay attention to their behaviors. They will stop eating. They will sleep in weird positions. They will spend like more time on the ground, maybe. So when we see them behaving differently, okay, we need to do a checkout because those are like some signs. But yeah, sloths are resilient animals, very strong and very healthy most of the times.
I'm really glad we got that question. Fantastic, Miss Williams. All right, we're going to try to do a rapid fire round with everyone live again. I know some of you, it's nearing the end of your school day. I'll make sure to email your tutors all sorts of things to keep the learning going. But we're going to head back to Miss Jones in a second if you want to flick on your mic. Miss Aaron, General Currar, you're right at the camera, so I'm going to head to you first. We're going to try and get everyone one more time. So come on in, Toronto. Hey.
Okay, thank you. We wondered also, aside from the mom abandoning one twin, why do the sloths end up there in the sanctuary?
Okay, great question. Thank you so much. So, in the case of babies, they end up here because they're orphans, either because their mom abandoned them or unfortunately the mom died. But also, in the case of adults, we get them because of different reasons. Sometimes they will get hit by cars, run over by cars, attacked by dogs. But definitely, the main reason why we receive adults in specific, it's due to electrocution. In Costa Rica, we have electrical power lines. We have like these electrical poles as well. So due to habitat loss, sloths will have to go to the ground and then they will climb on those power lines, and that's why they suffer from electrocution. Unfortunately, yeah, that's the most common reason why we get them.
Great question, guys. Thanks, Ms. Ayer. And again, the Toucan Rescue Ranch does such amazing work to heal them from electrocution. It's something that we've talked about in a lot of our broadcasts before, but the goal is to always rehabilitate and put them back in the wild if possible. So I always like when we get this question. Thanks, guys. Miss Jones's class, unmute your mic, third graders, and
go ahead.
go. Hey, Texas.
Go ahead. Hi there. Go ahead.
Which are sharks? The sloths, claws, or its teeth?
Are the sloth claws what?
Which are sharper, the teeth or the claws?
Teeth or claws, Isaac. I love it.
Yeah, I love that question. Thank you. Definitely their teeth. Their teeth never stop growing, guys. Actually, they wear down their teeth every time that they're eating or open and close their mouth for some reason. Actually, has happened that we received sloths that were missing a tooth, so we needed to remove the opposite tooth. Because otherwise it will continue growing and it will hurt this sloth. Also, their claws are kind of sharp, yeah, but together with their strength, it could cause some damage. But yeah, their teeth are razor sharp.
All right, great question, guys. We've got 5 more minutes. I'm going to try and get all 4 in. Miss Price, Miss Golgowski, Miss T, Miss Mustard, I'm coming to you live. Mr. B's class, I know your mic's giving you trouble, so I'll bring you in to say hi. They want to know, what are their predators, Isaac? What eats sloths? Great question, guys.
Oh, indeed, yeah. That's a great question for sure. So actually, they don't have too many predators. I mean, as I was saying before, they live up in trees, up high. So not too many predators has access to where they live. They might get attacked by predators when they are on the ground, which is not something very common to see, as I was saying before. So on the ground, they might get attacked by big cats like jaguars or pumas. And when they're on trees, their main predator will be the harpy eagle. It's a huge eagle, the biggest one that we have here. Um, but still, I would like to remark that these predators will rather to look for other prey because sloths are not easy to hunt. They will fight back, and also they're a ball of fur. There are other predators that will provide more meat than sloths.
I want to note the harpy eagle is my favorite bird in the world, even though they do eat sloths. But there's some amazing footage out on BBC of a sloth fighting off a harpy eagle. So this big, powerful bird with like a 10-foot wingspan, and the sloth just hacks its claws and scares it away. It's really, really cool. I'll try and find that clip for everybody. We're going to head to Mundelein, Illinois. Come on in, guys. And then Miss T, Miss Mustard, we're wrapping up with you right after that. Welcome back in. Hi, guys.
Hi, we have a two-part question. We want to know how fast sloths can move and how do you know they're happy?
No.
Okay. So yeah, how fast? It's kind of tricky to say because there's not like a number. And when I say that they're fast, I'm not saying that they will like run away or they can climb fast, yeah. But their faster movements will be with their arms and with their head when they try to attack. Now, how fast? Hard to say, yeah. But I can tell you that humans, we need to have really good reflexes to avoid a sloth attack. Yeah, it's surprising. Yeah. And the second
How do we know they're
question.
happy? Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So it's hard to say as well, but at least we can tell easily when they are not angry. So yeah, when these animals are angry, you can see it clearly because they will make sounds, as I was saying before, and also they will swing with their arms. They will try to bite, and yeah, they see way more tense. When a sloth, it's happy. I will say that it's when they are relaxed. When look at Pringle right now, she doesn't care about me. She's just watching around, taking her time. So yeah, I'll say she's happy.
I think so. That's a good guess. Great question, guys. All right, we're heading to Miss T's class, and then Miss Mustard, you're going to wrap us up in Brampton right after that. Come on in. Sorry. Hey, guys.
Hello, my name is Oliver.
Louder.
And, hi, my name is Oliver. And how much sloths do you have in the Toucan Rescue Ranch?
Thanks, Oliver. Great question,
Okay.
man.
Yeah. So here at the Toucan Rescue Ranch, we have currently 6 sloths that are permanent residents that have to stay here. And then on the rehab area, more difficult to say because yeah, we receive sloths, but we also receive wild sloths, so it changes more the number. But let's say around 8 babies and maybe 2 or 3 adults on rehab. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, we're going to go to Tribune Drive Public School, one of my favorite places. Miss Mustard's class, come on in, guys. Wrap us up.
What do you do to make the baby sloths learn to be a real sloth?
An adult
Oh.
A real.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it depends on the sloth's age and their size. When they're teeny tiny babies, we just teach them to eat. We feed them with syringes. So yeah, we need to wait for them to grow. When they are a little bit bigger, we put them underneath structures with branches for them to climb and start learning how to climb even better. As they continue growing, we will put them on bigger trees. Also, we need to teach them how to poop, as I was saying before. So we take them and we place them at the base of a tree. As I was saying, they will go to the ground to defecate. So we put them on the ground at the base of a tree. And also they do like this little dance before using the bathroom. Sometimes to help them, we grab them and move them, like making that little dance for them. And actually, that helps in yet to go to the bathroom. And those are some things, yeah.
That's amazing. We've seen them do the little dance before. It's quite uncanny. It's fascinating how obvious it is when they're about to do that. Classes, this has been so much fun. Isaac, what an amazing tour. Again, a huge thank you to our amazing audience today, over 600 kids. If you want to learn more, go to toucanrescueranch.org. I'm going to email all your teachers. We'd love to hear what you thought about today. But Isaac, as you know, what we're going to do to wrap up the broadcast is bring in all our classes to say a really enthusiastic thank you and farewell. So thank you so much, man. This has been so much fun.
No, thank you actually for having me over and for letting me talk and explain things about these wonderful animals. I really hope that you guys enjoy, that you learn new things.
We sure did. Now, okay, get ready for you might need to take out your earphones. We've got Miss Mustard, Miss B's class, Miss T's class, Miss Piper's class, Miss